Alright, continuing on with Remembrance of the Cousin. This is the same time, this memory here of my cousin is the same time of what I was talking about at the very end of the last video. So we were at this place called the Stop and Shop, and my cousin had just gotten some roasted chicken for my sister, which he was helping himself to, because by what he said was, she won't care, which I guess she didn't care, I don't know. So this was the same time. Uh, there was this funny moment where uh, my cousin, I don't know if he approached, I don't know, I don't remember who initiated this interaction. If a stranger just came up to my cousin and just started, like, maybe just said hi, or maybe my cousin went up to this guy, this stranger that we didn't know, and started talking to him. But whoever started it, there was this funny interaction between my cousin and this stranger guy. Uh, my cousin was telling this stranger that uh, I think he said he was visiting from Texas. He was like saying, "Yeah, I'm just here for a little while." I'm not. I don't know. I can't do the accent. I'm not going to do the accent anyway. He said he was just visiting from Texas, and then the stranger was just going along with it. He's like, "Oh, well, that's nice." And then he was just, I guess, um, asking about Texas or something. But see, I don't remember too much of the conversation, but I just remember my cousin was just pretending to have this. He put on this Texas accent, and he just pretended to be from Texas, and this so just lying to this stranger, and the stranger was just taking his word for it. It's like, oh, okay, this old guy, I guess, which I thought was a little mean, but I guess funny and just weird. Like, what are you doing? I didn't say anything. I just let him do it. But afterwards, like, what was that about? So yeah, my cousin, he's not from Texas. We were both from Minnesota. Uh, so that's funny. Funny that he would do that. I wonder how many other times that he did that, pretended that he was from some other place to a stranger. Kind of an interesting, like, social experiment or prank to pull on someone that doesn't know you, just to pretend that you're from somewhere else. But then you gotta pull off the accent. Hmm. Kind of funny. You gotta be good at lying too, or acting. So then there was this other time. I don't know if it was the same time that I talked about, that I just talked about, the same day or whatever. It might not have been the same day. So I don't know how many times my cousin came over to visit me when I was after I moved to Wisconsin. But I remember we biked to the town again. This might have been a different time because we weren't picking up any food at the time. I think I was just thinking, like, because I had a Nintendo Entertainment System, and I had this idea because I had this other cousin that lived in town where I went to school. So like 5 miles away from where I lived. So I was thinking, uh, I know this. I have this other cousin that has uh, a couple Nintendo games, and maybe he'd let me borrow it. So me and the cousin that I'm doing these videos about, me and this cousin, the one that died, me and this cousin, we biked to the other cousin who was on a different, like on the other side. He wasn't related to this other cousin. So we biked to this other cousin, and I specifically was thinking of Bad Dudes, which when I look back on it, it wasn't really that great of a game. I think I just liked it for the name, Bad Dudes. It was kind of silly, kind of a silly game, but it was like I think it was like a fighting game, like a soldier game. Uh, I don't know. These dudes were bad. Uh, Bad, I think, in a good way. Like bad isn't tough. So I was just thinking of this game, and I thought, well, maybe this other cousin will let me borrow this Nintendo game. So me and my cousin biked to the other cousin, and I asked this other cousin, hey, can I borrow Bad Dudes? And I was very disappointed when this other cousin said no, and he was serious. He was not. I was like, what? Oh, well, why not? I don't remember. Did I say why not? I was just like, I thought for sure he'd let me borrow it. Uh, so I was like, well, so then I started listing off some other games that I remembered him having. And so I'd say, can I borrow? I don't remember the other games. I just remember Bad Dudes. So I said, can I borrow this game? And he just said no. And then I probably went off. I named off a couple more, and he just continued to say no. So I don't know if it was. I kind of felt like he wasn't. I was suspicious of this because I was like, why is he? Because we got along before. Like, why would he not let me borrow the game or any game? So I was kind of thinking, like, is he not letting me borrow the game because I have this my other cousin with me? Was there this distrust of my other cousin because he didn't know him, or was there another reason? I don't know. So I was very disappointed, and I was just like, oh, okay. And then we just biked back to my house, I guess. So that was sad. Couldn't borrow Bad Dudes or any other game. Just thought it'd be fun. Denied. No Bad Dudes for us. Uh, the last thing on my notes here. So this happened a little later, I guess. Uh, my cousin and his stepbrother came over, and I guess probably my cousin's stepdad and my cousin's mother. I think they all came over. I'm not sure why that day, but they were over visiting when my home in Wisconsin, and I remember my cousin had a football. It wasn't even like that big a one, Um, I think it was like a foam kind of one. I remember getting one as a gift from my cousin's stepdad. So yeah, it might have been the same one. But so I remember my cousin was trying to play catch with me with a football. They were they were probably playing catch with my cousin was probably playing catch with his stepbrother a little bit, and then so they were trying to involve me with the football throwing. And at the time, I had never done that before. Uh, I'd played catch with a baseball, softball. I think I did it at around this time. It was either around like before this time or or after, like within a few years, I think. So I remember playing catch with my dad and another cousin with a baseball, but not with a football. So the football's a little bigger. So when I was playing catch with the baseball with a different cousin, there were a couple times where I got hit with the baseball. I don't remember if it was at this time, had this happened yet, or maybe it was later. But the times I got hit with the baseball were pretty bad. uh, this other cousin was a little older, like maybe like 10 years older, and the baseball hit me. Uh, one time it hit me in the leg, like the lower part, like the calf of the leg, my leg. Oh wow, that hurt a lot. Oh, it's weird to get the like why was the ball being why was it so low? I don't know. And then another time, me and my this other older cousin, like I think I was thinking like uh the direction that he was throwing it, he had thrown it in this direction a few times, and then he threw it in a different direction that I wasn't expecting. So it might have been like curveballs, and then not curveball. So I wasn't expecting the ball to be thrown in this direction. So it was like I was anticipating the direction of where the baseball is going to be thrown, and I anticipated wrongly, and the baseball hit me in the face. It was I don't remember if it was this side or this side, but right in the like the jaw area. That was really bad. I'm surprised I didn't like lose any teeth. Maybe it was like more toward the jaw and maybe didn't directly hit. Well, I got the cheek protecting my teeth, but oh, that really hurt. Um, Now my jaw kind of clicks a little bit. It's not doing it right now. I don't know how normal that is for other people, but to have your jaw kind of click a little bit, oh, it doesn't really do it anymore. So I think maybe after the baseball hit me in the face, it like made my jaw click. So anyway, so I possibly had recently been hit with a baseball, and maybe I was being afraid of being hit by the football, or maybe it was just me being a kid and scared of being hit by things. And maybe like I was thinking, maybe because the baseball, maybe because I was thinking the football is so much bigger than a baseball, I was thinking the football is going to hurt a lot more. So I remember being scared of the football when my cousin was trying to play catch with me. Like I think there was a time where I kind of like the football was coming toward me, and I got out of the way because I didn't want to get hit by the football. I think my cousin and his stepbrother might have laughed at me, like, "What are you doing? Catch it! Don't run away from it!" But I was just like, I thought I was gonna get hit by it. So I think they thought that was kind of funny. It is kind of funny because like when you play catch, you don't want to be afraid of being hit by the ball. Like it's not good to be hit by the ball, like especially if it's a baseball. But like I've been hit by the football too. But like it's good to like toughen up about that because you don't want to be afraid of it if you're gonna play catch with the football. And like later, I played catch with the football a lot with a few other friends, like friends of mine, not related people. So I didn't really play catch too much with my cousin, unfortunately. I wasn't as tough as I later became tough. I definitely wasn't very tough back then when my cousin was still alive, unfortunately. So it would have been fun to play catch like normally with my cousin when he was still alive. That would have been fun. I didn't even like football back then, so that was part of the reason.